Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a good day. In the last 24 hours, a lot of critical events have taken place for the entire market. Now we all know today is Sunday, which is the final day before a very important week for the entire crypto market and the United States is going to start. And because the crypto market is pretty much warming up for something big to happen, it's very clear that the entire market is going to experience buy the rumor even harder on Sunday because this is the last 24 hours. Now, I do understand that in the comment section, I see some of you guys saying, Sky, why is this week so important? Well, let me just give you a little breakdown why this week is going to play a very crucial role on the whole economy of the United States and at the same time, the crypto market. First of all, CPI inflation data will come out, which is PPI inflation data on Wednesday, with industrial production, retail sales, job claims, building permits, housing starts, consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations. Now, these are going to be the ones which are going to be very important from obviously the Fed. And secondly, the important things is some of those Genius Act and the Stablecoin Act, they are both going to be talked about in the parliament, and if they're able to come to some sort of conclusion, let's just say that will have a very positive impact on the crypto market. So now you understand why this week together is so important for the entire crypto market, and seeing how positive the entire, the government of the United States is being towards the entire crypto market. It's very clear that maybe these acts are going to be in favor of crypto. So just like every single time, buy the rumors and sell the news. Currently, we have not received any sort of news, so the market keeps building. 118,000, and Bitcoin is still in the middle of the lowest part of 9-year-old channel. The lower end hits about 228,000, while the higher end can push Bitcoin above 300k, while Dogecoin is still bullish with 25 cents as the next target for the Doge market, and Dogecoin shows potential to move 40 cents after that. Now, before we get into the full details, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the entire crypto market, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button, especially turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news first. And while you're there, drop a like on it. Let's go for a like goal of 49. We've been smashing all of them. You guys are legends. Now you can see now after the market was slowing down a little bit, and let's just say the super trend for Dogecoin did actually flip into a downtrend in the last 2 hours. Again, the accumulation has started, especially for Bitcoin as well. You can see it's actually slowly starting to creep up to its all-time high, which is not too far, only about $300, and then it's going to start going into an exploration zone. But this time around, the only difference is Bitcoin is not the only one that's climbing, rather the entire altcoin market is also doing a very positive trend. Talking about Ethereum on the other end, Ethereum first time after a long time is slowly starting to show a very positive trend that maybe it might be actually, building up to break its all-time high as compared to the previously. Let's just say at 2024 end, when we made it to 4,000, ever since we have not actually, climbed over nearly 3,000. So it's very clear that it's going to be very important for Ethereum to climb over 3,000 and actually keep hold of that exact moment. And overall, there is a really positive trend. Talking about Bitcoin, you guys can see that the open interest is holding very strong, close to 40 billion. But the long to the short ratio on the other end, it's pretty much pivoting, to say the least, because yes, it is in favor of short traders, but it just depends. If there's a lot of market move, it can actually pivot towards long traders. So it's pretty much sitting in the dead middle, unable to make a decision in terms of what direction the market is going to take. At the same time, Bitcoin's 4-year market cycle isn't dead, says a bank CEO. Now, Bitcoin, we want to think that is an inflation hedge, and I believe that it will be that inflation hedge one day, but I'm not sure we are there yet. I still see it very much as a risk on asset. At least that correction between Bitcoin, the S&P, and the stock is very much there. And the simple answer is true, but there is a very strong chance that something that was only created just about, you can say, 16 years ago is slowly starting to shape the financial institutes as compared to stocks and stuff that was created hundreds and hundreds of years ago. At the same time, Bitcoin ETF bought another 1 billion Bitcoin yesterday, the second billion in a row. giving you an idea that this is a big difference compared to the past cycles, as past cycles we did not experience such a large chunk of money being thrown at Bitcoin. While Bitcoin is up 91% since JP Morgan called it a fraud and a Ponzi scheme. Now, I do understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, Bitcoin has now actually formed such a strong foundation. It gives you an idea that there is a lot of governments around the world which also see it as potential for the next set of financial edge, to say the least. And US House Committee on Financial Services says next week is going to be important, and these are the three acts which I was talking about, which is the Clarity Act, Genius Act, and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. Now, why is this important? This is all you need to know about the 3 crypto bill, and the simple answer is, let me tell you, stablecoin will allow stablecoins to be able to be regulated properly, and it's not just going to be seen as a fraud. Secondly, there is an important one, which is the Genius Act, and Clarity Act is pretty much the stablecoin. Well, the Genius Act is going to be having a very crucial impact in terms of how well Bitcoin will be perceived by the people and how much things would go on it. Well, CZ retweets Matt bold claim that Coinbase is behind the recent Bloomberg hit piece on Binance and WLF. Now, these tensions are slowly starting to rise. The simplest way to put it is evidence is emerging that Coinbase was the anonymous source behind the hit job on President Trump and Binance. Coinbase learned that pardon for Binance CZ may be the table due to their industry high fees and poor customer service. Higher up at the crypto company fear their rival Binance returning to state with full legal status. Binance is world's #1, and return to US would immediately cut into Coinbase's market share, do severe damage to them bottom line. Now, this is still, let me tell you, a very, very strong claim, but nothing's been proven, but this could make a huge difference. And Trump says amazing highlights its potential to create a lot of jobs, which is Bitcoin. And US CPI and core CPI data will drop on Tuesday. Expect the market to be extremely volatile. And that's why I keep mentioning the market's going to be extremely volatile, but at the same time, this is going to be giving you a lot more opportunity to make a little bit of profit. Just be very cautious when it comes to, buy the rumors and sell the news. That's all I'm going to say. And Bitcoin to hit 200K as the Elliott wave pattern breaks down. Well, currently, there is a lot of people who expect this move from Bitcoin to be very, very explosive, and something similar which I do expect as well, but it's going to be very heavily dependent on the way the market's going to move the whole week, because the whole week is going to be extremely volatile, and altcoin market may approach a breakout, Bitcoin strengthen, and rising RSI signals. I'm just very excited to see how the altcoins will perform, because we all know that Bitcoin's going to stay in a positive chart. But will the altcoins follow through? That will be something we will have to wait and see. By the way, everything I said today is not financial advice, just my personal opinion. So make sure you guys do your own research. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon.